I'm Natasha Brown.
I'm CF Lewis. Next at 4, we are now just hours away from Beyonce's Renaissance tour at Lincoln Financial Field. The Beehive has been in line for hours for the big night, and we are live with all of the excitement. Plus this.
Police here in Newcastle County are searching for a group of men possibly involved in so-called crime tourism. I'm Matt Petrillo with what officers want you to know about the thieves.
And 2 massive lottery jackpots are still growing. The massive prizes up for grabs, and it's all next on CBS News Philadelphia.
We start in 4 minutes.
From the heart of Philly, this is CBS News Philadelphia.
The Beehive is swarming around Philadelphia. I'm Howard Monroe. Coming up, we'll talk to the fans who got their lucky ticket to Beyonce's show.
Then caught on camera, Newcastle County Police say thieves are targeting homes around Wilmington. We'll tell you the specific group the thieves are going after.
And it's a lesson in economics local students don't want to hear, where tuition costs are going up in our area and how much more they'll have to pay. But first today at 4, the party has already begun as Beyonce's U.S. Renaissance Tour kicks off right here in Philadelphia, just hours from now, actually. So good afternoon to you, everyone. I'm Natasha Brown.
And I'm CF Lewis. This is a live look over Lincoln Financial Field from Chopper 3. The Club Renaissance gathering is already underway, as you might expect. Lot K opened earlier this afternoon.
And we do have team coverage for you of Beyonce Day today. Meteorologist Andrew Kozak will be along with the forecast there, paying homage to Beyonce. But first, let's go to CBS News Philadelphia reporter Howard Monroe. He is with excited fans right now outside the link. Hey there, Howard.
Hey, Natasha and Siafa. Yes, the Beehive, they are here in Philly. They are in South Philly. They are here to show up and show out. They're also getting their official Renaissance Tour merch here. The folks we spoke with earlier on today, they said they would never miss their chance to see Queen Bee.
You know how we call her Queen Bee? It's for a reason. She is just that.
And fans braved the heat to see Queen Bee up close and personal. Mikhail Pryor was first in line for Club Renaissance. He got in line at 5 a.m.
Considering I've been to other concerts and I had good views, but there were signs, hats, and I'm like, I paid to see the concert. So I said I wanted to be number 1.
From Chopper 3, you can see Club Renaissance. It's the circular area near the front of the stage. But that area is standing room only and first come, first served, which is why these folks were out so early.
Oh, we're family now. Like this is it now. Like we're all buddy. Like we got each other's backs. Like we know each other for 10 years, it seems like.
Philly is the first stop on the U.S. leg of her Renaissance tour. It's also her only concert in Pennsylvania after her show in Pittsburgh was canceled. The concert is sold out, but tickets are still available through third-party resellers, but the cost may break your soul.
It went back and forth for a long time as to which location I wanted to go to, and I saved up a lot of, I missed the actual sale, so I paid resale for this, so I am dedicated today. I paid too much money for this. Actually, no amount of money is too much money for Beyonce.
Now, speaking of money, now this concert, it is sold out. However, I did just check a reseller site. The cheapest ticket for the show is running right now at about $200. The most expensive is over $10,000. But I bet you if I went up here and asked the 20 or so fans that are outside the merch truck here right now, they would say any amount, just like that gentleman said, no amount is too much to pay to see Queen Bee in action. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Her fans are certainly dedicated.
They are dedicated, no doubt about that.
Thank you so much, Howard. So what can Beyonce's fans expect weather-wise tonight? A big question.
That is the good question here. Meteorologist Andrew Kozak is here with the answer in our next weather forecast. Hey there, Andrew.
No pressure.
I know. I like your little graphic there with Queen Bee behind you.
Listen, I think we're declaring today a next Beyonce weather alert night, right? Because we don't have any issues. There's not going to be severe weather. We're not tracking thunderstorms in the area. There are a few well to the north of us, but we're good. Gates open at 6, temperature then around 90 degrees. Everybody's kind of sweating out there, waiting for the gates to open. Concert time temperatures a little cooler, but I use that word cooler lightly. Plus, if you're going to be packed in there, it's going to feel a lot hotter. Plenty of water. I believe they may even be able to bring some water bottles in there. We'll check on that, but I thought I heard that a little earlier today. But yeah, make sure you're hydrated before and during the concert, the non-alcoholic, just because it is so hot out there. And humidity levels also starting to turn up just a little bit more. Clouds and radar right now. The last couple of hours, we've had pretty much mostly sunny skies. We'll continue to see that into the evening, even for the concerts out there. We have a couple of little showers and even a couple thunderstorms well to the north of the area. There's carbon Marvin, Monroe counties, well to the northwest of that, but we could sneak in maybe a rogue shower or two across the Poconos. We also are talking about a code orange. Air quality not so great today. It's not because of any smoke or Canadian wildfires, but mainly just because of pollution, stagnation in the air. That's what happens a lot of times this time of year. Unhealthy for sensitive groups. If you have asthma, respiratory issues, spend more of the time inside tonight. 91 currently right now, 91 in Wilmington. It feels like 90 out there in Philadelphia. That means that the humidity levels are in check right now, but that will increase a bit, especially as we head toward the evening. Next few hours, temperatures from the 80s down into the 70s as we head into the overnight and into your Thursday. Coming up, an hour-by-hour Baycast. I'll have that coming for you in your fuel forecast, a couple of rain and storm chances, and we're going to talk about your 7-day plan, all of that in just a few minutes.
All right, Andrew, thank you so much for the weather. Now we're going to take a look at the traffic around Lincoln Financial Field for tonight's concert. Right now, southbound I-95 is traveling smoothly with no delays between Broad Street and the Girard Point Bridge. Northbound 95 is slow between the Girard Point Bridge and Broad Street. There are no accidents in the area, just heavy volume, and expect more backups as we get closer to the start of the concert tonight. Meanwhile, SEPTA's Broad Street line will also have extra trains starting at 6:05. Trains will be every 10 minutes until 8:15 tonight. Natasha.
Well, Route 202 in Montgomery County, meantime, it is still closed, and it's because the new asphalt needs a few more hours until it's ready. Now, here's what it looked like at about noontime today. Fresh lines being painted. You'll remember a sinkhole swallowed part of the road Monday night. East DeKalb Pike has been closed between Henderson Road and Solon Boulevard ever since. Now, a temporary fix has been installed, but PennDOT needs the asphalt to cool down first. PennDOT hopes to open the road a bit later tonight.
Well, police in Newcastle County are searching for a group of men possibly involved in what's called crime tourism. Police say thieves from South America are coming into the U.S. and robbing homes. Some of their targets include several neighborhoods near Wilmington. CBS News Philadelphia reporter Matt Petrillo is live outside Newcastle County Police headquarters with some advice to protect your house. Matt.
Well, Siafa, police tell us these criminals are sophisticated, that they're often casing around the neighborhoods they're targeting, and that's leaving many people we spoke with living in fear.
Yeah, it's pretty frustrating.
Joshua Huang showed us the frightening security video showing a man in a hooded sweatshirt and wearing gloves as he peers through a glass door before trying to open it. The door is locked, but he eventually breaks a window to get inside. Here you can see him carry a stash of belongings inside the home near Wilmington before rushing out the door. It happened while the Huang family was at work last week.
There was like a door open and the stuff was moved. And so the neighbors or something called the police already. So when we got back, the police were here.
Corporal Michael McNasby of Newcastle County Police says the suspects may be linked to a group of burglars called crime tourists who are often coming from Chile and Colombia.
These folks coming from different countries, conducting these residential burglaries and then fleeing back with stolen property.
Newcastle County Police are now investigating 20 home burglaries this year, an uptick from last year. Vacant homes are being targeted and high-powered walkie-talkies are being used to communicate instead of cell phones.
Just easier to communicate, and it doesn't leave that trail of breadcrumbs that a cell phone might leave in that case.
They can't be tracked with a walkie-talkie.
No, not tracked.
And police say the suspects may be specifically targeting Asian business owners.
Because they typically have, valuables and cash on hand, so they are being targeted in some cases, yes.
And police tell us that the crime tourism isn't just a problem here in Newcastle County, but a national issue they say has been increasing over the last 2 years. Natasha, back to you.
Well, Matt, police say the suspects are from out of the country, so how do they know?
Well, police tell us they did make some arrests over the last several months and that those suspects have been from South America. Police also told us some tips people can take to protect their homes and their property. We have that part coming up at 5. Back to you.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you so much, Matt. Now, a man accused of dragging a Philadelphia Highway Patrol officer during a traffic stop is now facing charges after he turned himself in. Police say they pulled over 20-year-old Eddie Brito Almonte on Monday night after he ran a stop sign. According to authorities, one of the officers spotted a handgun on the floor of the car during that stop and went to grab it. That's when police say Brito Almonte started to drive away. The officer held onto the vehicle and was dragged for half a block. The injured officer is now recovering at home.
It's going to cost students more to attend Temple University this fall. The school just raised tuition by more than 4% for Pennsylvania students. In-state based tuition will cost nearly $9,000 a semester. Out-of-state based tuition has been raised to about $16,000 per semester. Temple says it is cutting its own budget by more than 4% in an effort to keep tuition down.
And we're also getting our first look at the plans to make over Philadelphia's Thomas Paine Plaza. That area outside of City Hall has long been known as a gathering space for concerts, speeches, and protests. Here's a look at the proposed renovations presented to the city's Art Commission today. The design includes more seating, more trees, and green space, as well as sloped entrances for improved accessibility. The $20 million project also plans to highlight public art.
Well, as you may know, two massive lottery jackpots are up for grabs in our area. One will be drawn tonight.
Well, the Powerball and the Mega Millions jackpots combined, they're worth more than $1 billion. Yuki Washington is here. Yuki, we're all thinking about how we'd spend all that cash.
I'm thinking you should share it with me, first of all, if you do win.
I'll think about it, Yuki.
Matter of fact, I got a legal
Does
document.
it work both ways?
That's what I was
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Of course. I need you to sign this piece of paper after we're done.
Exactly.
I got something for you. We'll get to that. But the Powerball jackpot is the big one. That jumped from $725 million to $750 million earlier today. Now that makes it the sixth largest prize in the game's history. The next drawing is at 11 o'clock tonight. Now the Mega Millions jackpot isn't far behind. That's worth $560 million for Friday's drawing. All that money, like my friends on the anchor desk, has people dreaming.
That's really exciting for a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, that would be amazing for like totally, completely change someone's life.
First thing, I think I take my whole family on a vacation somewhere fun.
Nice.
Yeah, sounds good.
I would love to buy a home. Like it's so like hard to even imagine being able to do that. Like in today's market and everything. Go on vacation, save money, like support my parents.
All good stuff. Now, the odds of winning are not great, but someone has to win, right? And as they say, you got to be in it to win it. We'll have the winning Powerball numbers tonight at 11. In the meantime, I'll see you at 5. Back to you both.
All right. Thank you, Yuki. Appreciate it. Coming up here on CBS News Philadelphia, a popular sporting event will not be returning to the city of brotherly love anytime soon.
It is a long-standing tradition on the Schuylkill River, but for the second year in a row, the Jefferson-Dadvale Regatta will be held here at Cooper River Park. I'm Ryan Hughes with the exact reason why the race is staying in New Jersey.
And swimmers get the all clear down the shore. The beach is where it's safe now to go swimming again.
And the Emmy nominations have been released. The TV stars that are getting a lot of buzz tonight when we return.
Welcome back, everyone. The Jefferson-Dadvale Regatta, it is a long-standing tradition here in Philadelphia, of course, but the second year in a row now, the event that's billed as the largest collegiate regatta in the country, it won't be held here in Philly.
Instead, rowers will once again be on the Cooper River in Camden County. New Jersey reporter Ryan Hughes is live in Pennsauken with more on why organizers say the race will not be returning to the Schuylkill River in 2024. Ryan.
Siafa and Natasha, the Dadvale attracts tens of thousands of people each year, and organizers tell me one of the main reasons they're deciding to stay here on the Cooper River for at least another year is because they wanted to provide schools more advance notice than they did last year. The next generation of rowers are learning the ropes at Cooper River Park. These 6th, 7th, and 8th graders are being coached by Tyler Judge. He graduated from Temple University and earned a bronze medal participating in the Jefferson-Dadvale Regatta in 2019. Judge says it's an honor the Dadvale is returning to the Cooper River.
It's one of the most fairest courses out there, I think, for rowing, so I think it's a really awesome opportunity for this to continue to grow over here.
For more than 7 decades, the Dadvale was held on the Schuylkill River in Philly, but it moved last year because of a dredging project. The Army Corps of Engineers tell CBS News Philadelphia that project on the Schuylkill is set to begin this weekend, when organizers say they needed to provide schools and participants advance notice the course will be complete and fair.
Once the dredging is complete, the race course needs to be resurveyed, and of course a new buoy system needs to be installed.
Experts tell us the Cooper River is calmer and more controlled for rowers. According to organizers, it was a smooth transition crossing into New Jersey, and Regatta Weekend attracted some 30,000 visitors into Camden County and pumped millions into the local economy.
We'll be rolling out that red carpet again, and we look forward to having all those folks visit our restaurants, our shops, staying in our hotels here in Camden County. It's going to be another great year for the Dad Vale next year.
We're grateful that we get to have it here because it shows a lot more opportunity to see some of the top rowing in the nation, really.
All right, so the Dad Vale has been set for May 10th and May 11th in 2024. That will also mark its 85th anniversary. Coming up at 5 o'clock, we'll check in with Philadelphia and see how the city feels about the Dad Vale staying in South Jersey. We'll also look ahead to 2025. What will happen then? We'll explain more at 5:30. For now, though, we are live in Pennsauken. Ryan Hughes, CBS News Philadelphia.
All right, Ryan, thank you very much.
Well, you see the guy at our desk right now, meteorologist Andrew Kozak here with the next weather forecast, the Beyonce edition.
Yeah, it's the Beyonce forecast, right?
I mean, yeah.
That's all everybody's talking about.
The weather alert will be, it's going to be hot down there. It's going to be a little crowded down there. Everybody's going to have a great time. We don't have any forecast incidents.
No drama.
Right. No drama with the weather. Let's take a look at your hour-by-hour Baycast. 88 degrees. Formation at 7 o'clock, and then it gets heated by about 8:30, middle of the concert, partly cloudy and 84. Halo, since you'll all be in heaven by the time it all ends, 82 degrees.
And if you win the lottery, you can pay those bills.
I was going to say, just so you both know, it didn't break my soul to do this. I use my power of meteorology.
Oh my gosh, you guys are out of control.
Listen, just don't call me a beautiful liar when it comes to the forecast, because we know I'm not irreplaceable.
Oh my gosh, this is out of control.
I'm walking away.
That was awesome, though. Bravo, bravo.
You're welcome. All right. Enough of that. Let's move on to the forecast. Let's talk about the fact that we don't have anything, again, coming your way when it comes to the concert tonight or anywhere across the area. We do have a couple of showers well to the northwest of us. We're talking about northern Pennsylvania, maybe skirting Carbon Monroe counties, but that's pretty much it. For the most part tonight, the big story besides the heat, a little bit of humidity, the stagnant air, and that's why we have that code orange across Philadelphia. That goes until midnight tonight. That means for unhealthy groups, for sensitive groups, if you have asthma, allergies, things like that, the stagnation in the air could make things just a little uncomfortable, a little hard out there. Things should get better tomorrow. Here's another reason the gusts aren't that bad. 15 to 20 miles per hour. If you really want the air to move a little bit, you need a little bit more of a breeze, which we should get tomorrow and getting into your Friday. For tonight, though, the rest of the evening, basically a 0% chance of rain. We're looking at a rain-free forecast for now, but that's going to change a little bit. Overnight, we'll have clear skies, light winds. The winds do start to pick up a bit tomorrow. So Thursday, 7 a.m., we'll be looking at partly cloudy to mostly clear skies and winds starting to increase 15, 20 miles per hour. Now, by the middle of the day, we'll have a little bit more humidity. You're going to feel it a little bit more, but we should remain dry. But by the afternoon, we could have a couple of showers out there, maybe even a rumble of thunder. Shouldn't be severe for Thursday, but then we start moving to Thursday night and Friday. And as a front gets a little bit closer and there's a little bit more instability in the air, a couple more rounds of showers and storms. One round early in the morning Friday, there's 5 a.m., 7 a.m. across the Jersey Shore. And then again, with the instability, the heating of the day, we'll have a couple of more pop-up showers and thunderstorms for Friday afternoon and Friday evening, and that'll last into the weekend. When it comes to the severe risk, nothing tonight, of course. Tomorrow, there is a slight chance, especially just from Philadelphia on north, a better chance for severe weather well into the heart of, we'll say, central PA. And then all of us are in that marginal risk for Friday. What this means is 1 or 2 storms that come up on Friday especially could give us some heavy rain, some gusty winds, and maybe even some small hail. 94 on Thursday. Friday with the better chance of storms, 84. 89 on Saturday, 85 on Sunday. We don't really have much of an escape from the heat. Really, all the way through next week. We do have a few dry days coming up, specifically Monday and maybe again next Wednesday. But until then, guys, hazy, hot, humid, and a couple of scattered storms with some unsettled weather staying all the way through the next week.
Well,
thank you very much.
Thursday and Wednesday, at least, we are crazy in love with that forecast. Still out here on CBS News Philadelphia, a look at some of the TV stars turning heads at the Emmy nominations.
And a tennis star is making a name for herself off the court. She has a new title and addition to her family. Those details when we come right back.
Here are your top 3 entertainment headlines today at 4. Tennis player Naomi Osaka has given birth to a baby girl. The former #1 ranked women's player welcomed the bundle of joy with her boyfriend, rapper Corday.
Luxury brand Bulgari has apologized for listing Taiwan and China separately on some of its websites. This announcement comes after Chinese social media users accused the company of treating the island of Taiwan as an independent country.
And actress Emily Blunt revealed she's taking a break from acting this year to spend more time with her family. The British actress is married to fellow actor John Krasinski, who stars in the Jack Ryan series. He's also popular from The Office, of course. The two share 2 daughters.
A potential actor strike, it may be looming.
However, the 75th annual Primetime Emmy Awards ceremony is still on, at least for now. Today, the Academy revealed its nominees.
Well, CBS News correspondent Danya Bacchus has all the details for us.
HBO Succession leads this year's Emmy nominations with 27 nods, including 9 for acting, as well as the big one, Best Drama.
Got the election. I got plenty on my plate.
The final season of the series about a dysfunctional family and its media empire goes up against Andor, Better Call Saul, The Crown, House of the Dragon, The Last of Us, The White Lotus, and Yellow Jackets.
It's all about Succession. That final season, it created such a buzz all around the world, and everyone loved it.
I've had more psychotic episodes than Twin Peaks.
Ted Lasso has a chance for a 3rd win in a row for Best Comedy Series. It's up against Abbott Elementary, Barry, The Bear, Jury Duty, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Only Murders in the Building, and Wednesday.
The head of the Television Academy acknowledged the nominations come at a tense moment for the entertainment industry, with a possible actor strike on top of the ongoing writer strike.
We hope the ongoing guild negotiations can come to an equitable and swift resolution.
SAG-AFTRA, the union representing thousands of actors in film and television, posted photos of strike signs that are ready to go. Its contract with the major Hollywood studios is set to expire at midnight.
If this happens, there will be no promotion. There will be no actors doing junkets or carpets or anything. Everything in Hollywood will come to a halt.
And with the possibility there may be no actors attending or writers writing the Emmy show, there's already talk of postponing the award ceremony to next year. Danya Bacchus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
I think we both agree Succession in the dramas category, but
yeah.
Ted Lasso against The Bear in comedy, I don't know.
And, well, also Abbott Elementary, don't
That's
forget.
another one, of course, right here in Philly.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
All right, coming up in our next half hour, good news for local swimmers where it's safe to return to some South Jersey beaches.
And the heat and humidity could certainly be irritating for some folks with sensitive skin. Health reporter Stephanie Stahl has a look at the problems and some solutions.
And we all know it's Bay Day. We'll show you how a local business is celebrating tonight's concert with drinks inspired by Beyonce. Stay with us. Welcome back to CBS News at 4. We've been telling you about the search for solutions to the gun violence plaguing Philadelphia.
Well, today some key leaders gathered at City Hall for an emergency meeting looking for ways to make this city safer. Councilmember Kenyatta Johnson brought in members of the police department, district attorney's office, victims advocates, and many more. Police say homicides are down 21% from this time last year, but they do admit there is more work to be done. District Attorney Larry Krasner says Philadelphia should take note from what other cities have done to cut down on violence after the pandemic.
In all the cities that have seen a steady decline in violent crime and also seen a decline in incarceration, which is what frees up the money for more of this work, it has been heavy investment in community-based organizations that are constructive, that are anti-crime, that are pro-youth, and that are disconnected from law enforcement. That's happened all over the country.
Well, officials also talked about treating trauma in young people and getting illegal guns off the streets. Councilmember Johnson says that he plans to hold this type of hearing monthly moving forward.
3 Jersey Shore beaches have been given the all clear after high levels of fecal bacteria were found in the water earlier this week. The State Department of Environmental Protection issued the warning about Albany Avenue Beach in Atlantic City, Philadelphia Avenue Beach in Cape May, and Hollywood Avenue Beach in Wildwood Crest. Test results today show the water is now safe.
Well, Upper Darby Township officials, they say that they will be discussing growing sinkholes around homes on St. Anthony Drive at a council meeting tonight. The CBS News Philadelphia Investigations Unit first told you all about those sinkholes yesterday. Neighbors out there reached out to us after they said the township hadn't responded to their pleas for help for weeks. The president of Township Council visited the neighborhood after our investigations unit contacted him. People there say their fear is the sinkholes have grown rapidly in recent months, edging closer and closer to homes. The CBS News Philadelphia Investigations Unit will continue to follow up on this. We will let you know what we learn from tonight's council meeting. Also, Pennsylvania State Police say that escaped inmate Michael Burham is likely still in the area somewhere near Erie. More than 200 officers are searching for the 34-year-old murder suspect. They say the survivalist used exercise equipment and tied up bed sheets to escape last Thursday night. Burham was being held in the Warren County Jail on $1 million bail. The reward for information leading to his capture, it is now nearly $20,000. A two-day NATO summit attended by President Biden. It's wrapped up.
And much of the focus was on Ukraine. Jessica Catalia joins us now with all of the details. Jess.
Well, Siafa and Natasha, President Biden capped the two-day NATO summit in Lithuania with a speech rallying support for Ukraine. He met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. NATO member countries say that they are committed to a pathway to bring Ukraine into the alliance, but there's no timeline. Zelensky has expressed frustration with that. President Biden had this to say.
It's going to happen. You're all moving in the right direction. I think it's just a matter of getting by the next few months.
NATO's chief says that Russia's invasion of Ukraine has made the alliance more united than ever. President Biden now heads to NATO's newest member country, Finland. Back to you.
All right, Jess, thank you so much. Well, First Lady Jill Biden is coming to Atlantic City tomorrow. The nation's governors and spouses will be meeting at the Hard Rock Hotel for the annual National Governors Association Conference. According to the White House, the First Lady will be talking with governors about the importance of investing in workforce training programs to prepare high school and community college students for good-paying jobs.
Well, inflation, as you may know, shot up during the pandemic, but a new government report shows it's now getting closer to normal levels. CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry is in Washington with a look inside the numbers.
Prices at the pump are down more than $1 in the past year, according to AAA. That's good news for Adam Ross. He's buying gas for his truck and his boat.
That was about $520 to fill up. This year, I think it was around $340 to fill it up. So, I mean, the difference is drastic this year compared to last.
A trip to the grocery store is still expensive, but prices in June ticked down from the previous month, with eggs and milk seeing significant declines. That helped get inflation to 3% in June, the lowest level in more than 2 years, and way down from the 9.1% we saw last year.
We are looking to see that inflation rate come down to closer to 2%. That's where it was before the pandemic began.
Inflation moving closer to normal comes after the Federal Reserve boosted interest rates 10 times over the past 16 months. Last month, the Fed hit pause on another rate hike, but that's expected to change when the board meets later this month.
It is likely that we see the Fed go up by 1/4 percentage point. We'd be at 5.25% to 5.5% in the federal funds rate. And if so, that would be the highest level in 16 years.
The Fed has said it will continue to raise rates as needed until inflation gets down to 2%. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Well, it is getting harder for many Americans to find work. That's according to Hiring Trends. A recent LinkedIn survey found there's 1 open job for every 2 applicants. While the U.S. job market remains competitive, the social media site indicates there are some remote positions that still remain. They are in professional services, IT, media, and more. But new employees may need to learn artificial intelligence skills, including how to use ChatGPT. LinkedIn explained what's going on here.
One is that people are staying in their jobs a lot longer. So there's internal mobility happening. And I think also that they're seeing the headlines and thinking, you know, I'm going to stay put.
Right.
The other thing is that there's multiple people applying for jobs, more and probably jobs that they shouldn't be applying for.
Well, Fisher says that more than 20% of companies no longer require a candidate to have a 4-year college degree, and they are also looking at whether a person possesses the skills to do the job.
When we return, how a local business is celebrating Bay Day in our area.
All right, and good news for bus riders out there, the new service that's making it easier for the travelers to get to and from area airports. An
American Airlines bus service, which takes flyers between airports is now making it easier than ever. We were there last June for the Landline debut. It carries passengers from Lehigh Valley International and Atlantic City International to make connecting flights at Philadelphia International Airport. New this month, Landline passengers will only have to go through TSA security checkpoints at the first airport. That means they will not have to be screened again in Philadelphia, so they can head straight to their next flights.
Well, it is Beyonce Day in Philly, everyone. The superstar is set to take the stage tonight at the Link, but businesses like Social House Eatery and Cafe on South Street, they're celebrating Beyonce all day long today. So take a look at the menu. As it says, the category is coffee. The cafe sold 6 Beyonce-inspired drinks. This is Love on Top, which is strawberry and pink dust. The coffee house says they also did something similar for the Eras tour when Taylor Swift came to town back in May.
Picking a song title, I'm like, okay, what drink makes me kind of think of this? And so it's kind of fun, especially if you're looking for like a fun celebratory drink, but maybe not wanting to do a cocktail.
Well, this is another drink on the menu, Alien Superstar Soda. It has passion fruit with color-changing sprinkles on there. They all look very pretty, very refreshing.
I'm sure they taste great too. Still out here on CBS News Philadelphia at 4, there may be a new option for smokers who want to quit.
And some folks may be suffering from irritated skin because of the heat and humidity. Health reporter Stephanie Stahl has some solutions when we come. Welcome back, everyone. Here are your top 3 health headlines at 4. Researchers found children who experience racism have an increased risk of obesity.
There may be a new option for smokers who want to kick the habit. A study shows that a plant-based medication is effective and well tolerated. The drug has been used in Eastern Europe for decades now.
And 44% of Americans would rather deal with a minor sports injury than put in the work to make a doctor's appointment. That's according to a new poll from Orlando Health, which also finds about half of Americans say it's not worth seeing a doctor if they think the injury will heal on its own.
Troubling news now for anyone planning to take a cruise this year. After years of decline, norovirus outbreaks are now surging on cruise ships. According to the CDC, there have been 13 outbreaks of norovirus on cruises so far in 2023. That's the highest number of outbreaks recorded since 2012. Now, it's unclear what's causing the uptick in cases. However, experts believe that soaring demand for cruises and a record number of passengers might be to blame. Summertime heat can mean skin concerns and not just sunburns.
Yeah, health reporter Stephanie Stahl joining us now with more on this summer problem and some solutions.
We've got some solutions for you, indeed. You know, for people with sensitive skin or conditions like eczema or psoriasis, the heat and humidity can make symptoms a lot worse. And doctors say some clothes and fabrics may irritate skin even more. But experts say there are some simple ways to fix the problem. If the summer sun and heat is causing skin to flare up, your wardrobe might need a change-up.
The choices in fabrics and styles really do have an impact, especially if we are someone who already has sensitive skin or deals with chronic rashes.
Doctors say in the heat and humidity of summer, you want to wear clothing that's smooth in texture and loose fitting.
Choosing something that is cotton or linen that's going to be breathable and also lighter in color is going to help reflect some of that heat so that our skin is able to breathe and stay cooler as well.
She says skin can actually become irritated by sweat, causing it to be inflamed.
Inflammation in our skin is what makes it leakier, it makes it itchier, and that is a large part of the root cause of our sensitive skin and eczema that we may deal with in summer.
She recommends avoiding synthetic fabrics like polyester, nylon, and spandex, which may trap heat and sweat.
Flowier fabrics are going to be more comfortable. They're going to allow for more airflow and help our skin dry off in those areas that are getting a little bit moist.
And make sure you lock in moisture with a fragrance-free lotion. Doctors say even sweaty skin can get dry in the summer. Now, doctors say it is also important to protect your skin from the sun with sunscreen. A mineral-based product can be helpful for people with sensitive skin. And coming up at 5 o'clock, new research says many of those all-natural skincare products can be misleading. Don't always get what they're saying is in there.
Yeah, so true.
Thank you, Steph. Appreciate it.
Well, people waded through thigh-high floodwaters in Richmond, Vermont. Take a look here. The intense flooding came after a devastating storm swept through on Sunday. It washed away roads and in one case left a railroad track completely suspended mid-air. Communities are now coming together to assess and clean up all the damage.
Firefighters in East Moline, Illinois helped kids cool off in the summer heat yesterday. Video released by East Moline Fire Department shows a fire engine spraying water over a park. The temperature is expected to approach 90 degrees for the remainder of the week.
Oh boy, it's a hot one there. A hot and steamy day here, but at least there's no rain in the forecast.
At least not today, or I think next Wednesday. Meteorologist Andrew Kozak here with the next weather forecast.
Getting into the 7-day. That's my job, Siapa.
I know. Leave it to the experts.
I'm trying to remember.
Siapa.
I don't know.
Stay in your
you take it away.
Stay in your lane.
Listen, seriously.
I got your back, Andrew.
Thank you, Natasha.
All right,
we got it. All right, we're talking about maybe temperatures staying a little closer to 90 as we head into the next couple of hours. For those of you headed to the concert, Beyonce, of course, tonight at the Link, we have temperatures that'll be close to 90 and then slowly cooling off into the 80s. But remember, with all the people down there, if you are headed down to the concert, hydrate before and during. Plenty of water, non-alcoholic beverages. That's how you navigate temperatures like these, which are not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Clouds and radar showing not a whole lot of anything. It's been a mostly sunny day for Philly, for the Jersey Shore. It's been an excellent beach day. Now, we have had a couple of showers, even some thunderstorms just northwest of Carbon and Monroe counties. Now, most of that will stay north of us as the sun goes down closer to 8:30. We'll see that die down as well, but there will be a rogue sprinkle or even a shower well to the northwest of Philadelphia. Allentown, you might even get a couple drops, maybe about 7:30, 8 o'clock, if that. Meantime, code orange on the air quality for Philadelphia, Allentown, back toward Chester, Lancaster. This is going to be for basically just through midnight. Some stagnant air. There's no wildfire smoke here, but with pollution this time of year and those hot temperatures, we tend to see that a little bit. We're probably going to see some more of that. Code orange means if you are susceptible, have respiratory issues, it's a good idea to spend most of this evening inside. I want to talk about the humidity. It is in check right now. The current dew point, 59 degrees. Below 60 means it's comfortable. It's not terrible, but as we get closer to the evening hours, overnight, and especially as we approach Thursday and Friday, we're going to see those numbers increase. It's going to get a little hazy, a little hot, a little humid, and that's going to help to also increase the instability and chances for thunderstorms. Wind gusts today, 17 miles per hour in Philadelphia, 20 at the Atlantic City area. This is what I'm showing to show you that we don't really have a lot of wind. Most places aren't even looking at 15 to 20 mile per hour winds, which is why the air feels a little stagnant out there. Again, that increases the next few days. Rain chances basically zero all the way through the evening. Again, maybe to the north, Allentown, the Poconos, that's it. So let's talk about our futurecast. Starting to get into the end of the week here. We start Thursday off with mostly sunny skies. It is not a bad way to start the day, but we will start to feel the humidity. It's not going to be really uncomfortable, but you're going to feel it. A big difference by Thursday afternoon, and by the afternoon, there'll be a couple of rogue little pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Not everybody. You may go unscathed on Thursday, but we'll have to keep an eye to the sky. There's 5 o'clock. Now, it's Friday that we have a much better chance. Early in the morning, this is now Thursday night at 10 o'clock. Look at the overnight. Some showers and a couple of thunderstorms through about 5 a.m. That'll start to move across the Jersey Shore by about 7. And after a little bit of a break here and there and some sunshine, which kind of adds fuel to the fire, we'll pop up with more showers and thunderstorms by the time we get into your Friday afternoon and Friday evening. There's 9 o'clock. We'll have another chance for some storms to come through into your Friday night and Saturday. So we're getting right back into that pattern. What about severe weather? The risk today, not there. Tomorrow, there is a slightly more elevated risk, not in our area, but well to the north and the west. Philadelphia in that marginal risk, and then a better chance for Friday that we could get 1 or 2 strong to severe storms. Again, they'll pop up, a quick burst of heavy rain, maybe some gusty wind. Tornado threat is low, but we'll keep our eye on it. 94 tomorrow. It is going to be a hot one out there before those showers and storms cool us off. Friday, with that better chance of rain, will be around 84 degrees. Back to 89 on Saturday. I wouldn't cancel your plans Saturday, just have a plan B. A couple of showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. Saturday and Sunday. Monday would be a dry day. Next Wednesday would be a dry day, but you knew that because Siapa said it earlier. And then Tuesday, maybe a shower or a thunderstorm. But yes, mostly unsettled weather the next couple of days, and into next week, we'll just try to find a couple of those dry days, especially again early next week. Guys?
Sorry, Andrew.
He got his AMS seal really quickly, Andrew. Thank you. All right, it's official. The new Mission Impossible movie has opened in theaters nationwide.
Yes, it has. Coming up, we'll show you where actor Tom Cruise surprised some moviegoers before they saw the film. Stay with us.
Well, coming up next on CBS News Philadelphia, you might think that they're better for your skin, but it's not always the case. What a new study says about so-called natural skincare.
Moviegoers in Atlanta got a pretty big surprise last night when Tom Cruise suddenly walked into their theater. He showed up at an early screening of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, greeting the crowd, shaking hands, and taking pictures with starstruck fans. The film's director also made an appearance.
Well, you can see Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 in theaters right now. It's produced by Paramount, the parent company of CBS Philadelphia.
Fans, as you may expect, have been in theaters all day. CBS News Philadelphia Montgomery County reporter Kim Hudson caught up with some of them in Bryn Mawr.
The wait is over. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is in theaters nationwide. Fans are already flocking to see it. Charmaine Diggs is a member of the Bryn Mawr Film Institute. She came all the way from New Jersey to see the film at her favorite theater.
Everything, just everything. I'm a big fan of Tom Cruise.
She is particularly impressed. Tom Cruise, who is now 61 years young, performed his own stunts.
Oh, exciting. It's phenomenal, yes. Because he does some fantastic stunts.
Linda Teal agrees.
He's fearless. It's a lot of fun. Makes me think, oh, it would be fun to do that if I could too, but there's no way.
This smaller theater is bracing for big crowds later today and this weekend. Mike McCracken is director of theater operations.
We had a great audience last night when we opened the film. Very excited audience, very large audience, and you could definitely see the excitement from the people here to see this great franchise.
Bryn Mawr Film Institute expects to sell out this evening, so if you want to see, you better book as soon as you can. In Bryn Mawr, Kim Hudson, CBS News, Philadelphia.
From the heart of Philly, this is CBS News, Philadelphia. Now 5 o'clock, the police are searching for a group of men they call crime tourists. We'll tell you much more about them and how you can protect your home and property from them.
Plus, getting communities back on their feet, the help headed to people and businesses in Berks County recovering from devastating flooding.
We're just hours away from Beyonce kicking off the American leg of her Renaissance tour. I'm Howard Monroe. Coming up, we'll talk to fans who got their lucky ticket to the show.
Almost showtime. This is your News at 5, and we are streaming live on CBSPhiladelphia.com. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Jessica Cartelia. We begin at 5 with police in Newcastle County searching for so-called crime tourists.
Officers say they are a group of men from South America who are